A window stuck halfway down is more than an annoyance. It is a security problem and a rain problem. The good news is that most stuck windows come down to only a handful of possible failures, and you can identify which one you have in about 5 minutes. Here are 7 causes and how to fix each one yourself. Blown window fuse. Every power window circuit runs through a fuse. When it blows, the window motor gets no power at all. The giveaway is that all windows stop working at once, not just one. If only a single window is dead, the fuse is almost certainly fine and you should skip to the next cause. Find the fuse box, usually under the dash on the driver's side or in the engine bay. Check the diagram printed on the lid for the power window fuse, sometimes labeled PW or WDO. Pull it out and look at the metal strip inside a visible break, or a dark scorch mark means it blew. Replace it with the exact same amperage rating, never a higher one. If the new fuse blows immediately, you have a short circuit and a pinched wire somewhere, most likely inside the rubber boot between the door and the body where wires flex every time the door opens. Failed window switch. The switch is the most touched part of the whole system. Drinks get spilled on it, dust builds up inside, and the contacts wear out. A dead switch means pressing the button does absolutely nothing. No motor noise, no click, no movement. First, try the master switch on the driver's door for that same window. If the window moves from the master switch but not from the door's own switch, you found your bad switch. Also try pressing the switch while gently wiggling it. Intermittent response means worn contacts. Pop the switch out with a plastic trim tool, unplug it, and spray electrical contact cleaner into the connector and switch body. Work it 30 times to clean the contacts. If that fails, a replacement switch runs $15 to $60. Failed window motor. The motor drives the regulator that raises the glass. When it burns out, you get silence when you press the switch. Motors usually die slowly. The window gets progressively slower over months before quitting entirely. Press the switch and put your hand flat against the door panel. If you feel or hear absolutely nothing, the motor is likely dead. Try tapping the door panel firmly. While pressing the switch, a motor with worn brushes will sometimes jump back to life briefly, which confirms the diagnosis. To be certain, remove the door panel and unplug the motor connector. Use a multimeter to check for 12 volts at the connector while a helper presses the switch. Voltage present with no motor movement confirms a dead motor. A replacement motor costs $30 to $100. Broken window regulator. The regulator is the mechanical assembly of cables and rails that physically moves the glass. When a cable snaps or a plastic guide breaks, you hear the motor running loudly but the window does not move. Sometimes you hear a grinding or slapping noise inside the door. Press the switch and listen carefully at the door. Motor noise with no glass movement almost always means a broken regulator. Remove the door panel and look at the cable and pulley assembly. Snapped cables and cracked plastic guides are usually obvious on sight. Most regulators are sold with the motor already attached for $40 to $120, which is the smarter buy since replacing both at once saves doing the job twice. Dirty or dry window tracks. This one causes a slow window rather than a dead one. The glass rides in rubber-lined channels. Dirt, sap, and dried-out rubber create friction. The motor strains against it, and eventually the window stops halfway or moves so slowly it seems broken. On hot days, the rubber swells and makes it worse. Lower the window as far as it will go. Wipe both vertical channels with a clean cloth wrapped around a thin screwdriver to reach deep into the track and remove grit. Spray silicone lubricant into the tracks. Silicone specifically, not WD-40 or white grease, since petroleum products swell and degrade the rubber over time. Run the window up and down several times to spread the lubricant evenly. A can of silicone spray costs about $7, and this single fix restores many slow windows to full speed within minutes. Window off its track. The glass sits in a clamp attached to the regulator. If that clamp loosens or the glass adhesive fails, the window pops out of alignment. You will see the glass sitting crooked, or it drops into the door entirely when you press the switch. Look at the glass edge from outside the car. A visibly tilted or cocked window confirms it. Remove the door panel and carefully peel back the plastic vapor barrier behind it, keeping the adhesive intact so you can reseal it. Lift the glass by hand and align it back into the regulator clamp. Tighten the clamp bolts to specification, usually just snug, rather than tight. If the glass is separated from a bonded bracket, a urethane window adhesive kit costs about $15 and needs a full 24 hours to cure before you operate the window again. Window auto-up needs reset. This is the fix people rarely know about. Windows with one-touch auto-up learn their travel limits electronically. After a dead battery, a fuse change, or a motor replacement, that memory is lost. The window then refuses to auto-close, stops randomly on the way up, or bounces back down as if something is in the way. Sit in the car with the ignition on. Hold the switch down to fully lower the window and keep holding it for 3 more seconds. Then pull the switch up to fully close the window and hold it for 3 more seconds after it stops. Release. Cycle it once more to confirm. That relearns the limits on most vehicles. Some brands require the door closed or the engine running, so check your owner's manual if the first attempt does not take. Getting the window up temporarily. If you need the window closed right now and cannot fix it today, there are 2 decent options. With the door panel removed, you can often grip the glass with both flat hands and slide it up manually. Then, hold it in place with a wooden shim or a stack of dense foam wedged into the bottom of the track. This holds surprisingly well. Alternatively, once the glass is up, run a strip of strong tape from the top edge of the glass over the door frame and down the outside surface. Painter's tape will not hold, so use packing tape or gaffer tape. It looks rough, but it keeps the window up and the rain out until the parts arrive. Before you take anything apart, a few quick things are worth checking first because they take seconds. Make sure the window lockout button on the driver's door is not switched on, since that disables every passenger window at once and looks exactly like a total electrical failure. Then check whether the window works with the ignition on versus off. Many vehicles cut power to the windows a few seconds after the key is removed or after a door is opened. Also test the window when the car is cold and again when it is warm. A window that works fine in the morning but refuses to move on a hot afternoon points to a tired motor drawing too much current as it heats up. That motor is close to failing completely and should be replaced before it strands you with the glass down.